Hello, and welcome to the Nevada Registry's tutorial for renewing online. This guide provides detailed information about how to access and complete the online renewal process. The online process is a quick and easy way to renew your membership, with the process only averaging 10 to 15 minutes to complete. While the process may be completed on a smartphone, it is recommended to use a computer to avoid formatting issues. Before beginning, gather all the educational and training-related documents you would like to include with this renewal, such as recent college transcripts and training certificates received since your last application or renewal with the Nevada Registry. Save these documents to your computer in PDF format. You will have an opportunity to upload these documents as part of the renewal process. We encourage you to upload any documentation you have not previously submitted when you renew. Renewals will not be reprocessed to factor in supporting documentation that was not included at the time the renewal was submitted. As you can see, we are on the homepage of the Nevada Registry, nevadaregistry.org. From here, we will go to the online portal at the top of the page. Once logged in, you will see your dashboard. Click on Membership Account to begin. If you are eligible to renew, you will see this red tab in your membership account. The system automatically determines when you are eligible to renew based on your certificate expiration date. If it is within 45 days, you will see this tab. If it is more than 45 days from the current date, the tab will not appear, which means that you are not yet eligible to renew. Please keep in mind that there is also a 30-day grace period after your certificate expiration date to submit your renewal without a fee. However, if your membership has lapsed more than 30 days, the red tab will indicate that your membership is expired, and a $25 reinstatement fee is due to proceed with the renewal process and to access the rest of the information contained in your account. Please note that if you are subject to the reinstatement fee, submitting your payment does not mean you have completed your renewal. Once your payment has been processed, you will receive an email informing you to log back into your account to complete the renewal form. When you click on the red tab that says Renew Your Membership Today, you will see the link to the online renewal form. Click on this link to begin. Here you can see at the top of the page that there are a total of 6 sections to the renewal form. Only when all 6 sections have been reviewed and completed will you be able to submit your online renewal. You will be able to track your progress at the top of the page. Each section lists its status as you move through the process. Before we begin, let us briefly talk about saving your renewal. While it is best to initiate the process when you have set aside enough time to complete it in full, you may very well need to step away from the renewal and return at a later time to complete it. But before you do that, keep these tips in mind. Any section with a status of completed has been saved. In progress means the section has been started but not yet completed. Sections with an incomplete status have not yet been started and therefore contain no information to be saved at this point. If you need to log out before submitting your completed renewal form, first confirm that the section you are working on is complete. You can pick up right where you left off when you return. Additionally, for security reasons, your session will time out after a period of inactivity. You will be given a 2-minute warning when your session is about to expire. When you see this message, simply click on OK to continue working, or cancel if you are done for now and would like to log out. If your session expires, only the completed sections will be saved. Now, let's begin with Section 1, Personal Information. The personal information displayed here is what you submitted previously. If the information is still correct, select This information is correct, and then click on the next button to continue. If any of this information has changed, select I need to update this information, followed by the next button. This is where you will update your personal information. For example, if your phone number has changed, simply highlight the existing text that needs to be updated and begin typing. As you can see, the changes are being made as I type the new information. Click Next to continue. When you have completed Section 1, you will see this confirmation message. You will also now see the status of the section listed as completed at the top of the page. As a side note, if at any time you would like to go back to the previous page, simply click on the back button at the bottom of the page. You may also select it from the numbered sections toward the top of the page to return to a previous section. Let's move on to Section 2, Employment Information. This is the most complex section of the renewal form. When you enter this section, you will see the current employer you provided on your last update with the Nevada Registry. However, if you have left your previous place of employment, your former director may have already ended your employment at their facility. If you have not logged into your account to complete an employment update, your current employment will be listed as unknown. There are several options in this section. What you need to do next is dependent on whether you select, "Yes, I still work here," or "No, I do not still work here," and whether you would like to add a second ECE employer. We will walk through each scenario. Scenario 1. I still work here. If your current employment has not changed, simply select Yes to the first question and select Next to continue. You will have an opportunity on the next page to review your current position and update the information if your position title, hours per week, months per year, or hourly income has changed. Once you have updated your information as needed, click Next to continue. You will be alerted with this red text if you have skipped a required question. When this occurs, simply return to the question and provide the requested information. Scenario 2. If you no longer work for this employer, select No to the question. In this instance, you will be required to enter your last day of employment with this employer and the reason you left. Next, you will need to indicate your current employment status. Choose the option that is most applicable, and then click on the Next button to continue to the next page. If you still work in ECE, you will be asked to provide the name of your new employer and provide information about your position. However, if you are working but no longer in ECE, or if you are currently unemployed, you will not be asked to provide this information. If working in ECE, you may search for your current employer by name or address. Your facility relies heavily on this information to verify their compliance with the mandatory participation requirements of childcare licensing. So it is important that you complete this section as accurately as possible. If you're employed by a program that has multiple locations, be sure to select the correct location that you are employed at. An incorrect selection will prevent your name from being listed at the correct location and will result in an inaccurate staff listing for your director. If your search by name or address does not yield any results, you may check this box and enter the details for your program here. This information will be verified by registry staff before it is added to your account. Please do not enter employment that is not ECE related, such as retail work, food service, etc. Once you have found your current employer or added it as a new program, you will be asked to provide details about your position. All of these fields are required in order to proceed to the next section. Please keep in mind when entering your current employment information, the start date for your current employment situation must be a date after the end date of your previous employment. As with Section 1, you will be prompted to answer any required questions that have been skipped. When this occurs, simply return to the question and provide the requested information. Scenario 3. I have 2 jobs in ECE. If you have a second job in ECE, select Yes to this question. You will be prompted to enter information about this additional job after you have reviewed the details of your current job on the next page. Please keep in mind that we want to capture your employment in ECE only. Second jobs that are not ECE related, such as food service or retail, do not need to be reported. Click Next to continue. When Section 2 is complete, you will see this confirmation message. You will also now see the status of Section 2 listed as completed at the top of the page. As a reminder, a status of completed means that your information has been saved. Now let's move on to Section 3, Workforce Demographics. Here you are asked to provide some basic information about yourself and the benefits you may or may not receive. The purpose of collecting this information is to gain knowledge about the early childhood workforce in our state and to assist in making changes to the professional development system in Nevada. Please note that the information reported here will not affect your career ladder placement, nor will it ever be disclosed with any identifying information attached. All data provided for reporting purposes is combined in order to report on large groups of members and will never be reported about you as an individual. Although you have the option to skip many of the questions in this section, we encourage you to answer all the questions so that we may gather the most accurate picture of our workforce in Nevada. Once you have answered all the questions, you are ready to proceed to Section 4. You will again be prompted to answer any questions you have missed and will receive a confirmation when the section has been saved and is complete. You will notice that Section 3 is now marked as complete. Section 4, Renewal Checklist. This next step in the renewal process is to indicate the type of documentation you plan to upload as part of this renewal. Before proceeding, please review the checklist provided and refer to the career ladder to determine what is needed to advance to the next level. You might find that the level you were initially assigned is not truly reflective of who you are as an ECE professional. Not because you have not achieved the level requirements, but because documentation was not submitted with your initial application to verify your professional and educational accomplishments. This is your opportunity to update your account with anything that is not reflected. Your career ladder level following your renewal will reflect the highest level supported by the documentation. In general, you are not required to upload documents as part of the renewal process. However, if you have recently completed a CDA, early childhood college coursework, or an early childhood degree, you are encouraged to upload your transcripts here because it could potentially increase your career ladder level. Official transcripts are preferred, but unofficial transcripts are also accepted. With regard to training, it is not necessary to upload copies of training certificates you have provided previously. Additionally, because attendance at all in-person and virtual registry-approved training sessions are submitted to us by trainers, generally within 5 days of attending, and added to your account once verified by registry staff, you do not need to submit certificates for anything that already appears on your transcript in the training documentation section of your online portal account. Many of the courses you complete through online organizations are added to your account as well. Uploading certificates for completed online courses already on file is also not necessary. Because renewals will not be reprocessed to factor in documentation you do not upload with this renewal, it is better to err on the side of caution and upload any documentation you feel is not already reflected in your account to ensure everything gets captured. We will omit any duplicates and add anything new. Continue through this section by making a selection for every document type, even if that selection is to not include any documentation with this renewal. If you are uploading items, you will be prompted to upload these documents in the next section. Once all questions have been answered, click Next to continue. You will again be prompted to answer any questions you missed and will see the confirmation. When your information has been saved again, the status at the top of the page for Section 4 now says Completed. Now on to Section 5. This is where you will upload your documents. As a reminder, documents must be saved and uploaded in PDF format. The Nevada Registry does not accept TIFF files, pictures, or links to cloud-based sharing software. If you are having difficulty converting to PDF format, be sure to check out the resources available on the tutorials page of our website. Please keep in mind the quality of the documents you upload is important should you ever desire to obtain a copy of documentation submitted to our office. If they are illegible, you might also run the risk of them not being added to your account. Replacement documentation will only be as good as the quality uploaded to your account. The documentation needed to complete your renewal is based on the items you selected in the previous section. If you have changed your mind and no longer want to upload documents, select Remove from this menu. This document type will no longer appear in your list of needed documentation. To begin uploading your PDF documents, click on the Upload Documents button. You will now see a pop-up window. Select the type of documentation you want to upload from this list. Next, select the Browse button. Navigate to where you saved the documents and select it from your computer. Continue to repeat these steps until all of the desired documents have been selected from your computer. You will now see your documents listed within each applicable document type. Once you are certain all of the documents you want to include with your renewal have been added, check the confirmation box at the bottom of the pop-up window and then the Upload button. A confirmation message will appear once the files have been successfully uploaded. It will now also appear in the list of the supported documentation successfully uploaded section below. Please keep in mind, when you upload documents, they are not instantly accessible on our end. It may take several days for us to verify the items submitted. Once you have verified all the documents you want to submit have been uploaded, select the checkbox at the bottom of the page and choose Next to continue to the final step of the renewal process. It is important to note that though you have uploaded your supporting documentation, the renewal process is not yet complete. You must proceed to the next section to officially submit your membership renewal. Section 6. The last step of the online renewal process is to review the information you have entered and verify that it is correct. Please review this information carefully. You will notice that a couple of checks are required prior to submitting your renewal. This question authorizes the Nevada Registry to release your name and email address to organizations that would like to notify you of upcoming training events, special offers, membership prizes, scholarship opportunities, etc. This is optional. If you do not authorize this release, select the second option. Next, click on the box at the bottom of the page to review and accept the member agreement. It may be necessary to view this page on a computer rather than a mobile device to view the entire agreement. Once you have read it, click on the Continue button to acknowledge that you have read it. The window will close and you will be returned to Section 6 to finalize your renewal. You are now ready to submit your renewal. Click on the Submit Renewal button to finish. Please note that if you do not complete this step, your renewal form will be considered incomplete and will be automatically deleted from the system after 10 calendar days. You will then be required to reinitiate the renewal process and upload your documents again. Once your application has been verified by registry staff, you will receive an email confirming completion of the renewal process and your compliance with childcare licensing requirements for mandatory participation. You will receive another email when your renewal has been processed. Your updated certificate will be available to view, download, and print from within your online portal within 1 to 2 weeks of submission. Thank you for your time and interest.